and welcome everyone. Today, iCanfield Vietnam is very pleased to have Mr. Boyle, a Senior Vice President of CMB Regional Centers, one of the largest and well-established regional centers in the US, with a long track record of success in the industry. Hello, Mr. Boyle.
Toán,
How are you?
Great, thank you for having me today.
You're welcome. It's nice to see you again in our office.
Thank you.
First of all, would you mind introducing a bit of yourself to our audience?
Sure, certainly. Again, my name is Boyle, and I am, as An mentioned, Senior Vice President of Asia Markets for CMB Regional Centers. I've been with the company since October of 2011, so I'm working on my 15th year with the company. And my role with the CMB is to interface with the clients, the prospective investors, as well as their representatives. That includes the iCanfield team, this high quality team here, and so oftentimes there's attorneys with questions about CMB and our projects. But again, I've been coming to Vietnam for just about 14 years now of the time that I've been with CMB. One of the very first things that I did was travel to Asia, and next stop was Vietnam. So I've been here. One of my favorite stops of all the places I go, Vietnam is one of my favorite stops of all.
That's wonderful to hear that. So thank you again for joining us today. So in our conversation, we will discuss the current EB-5 landscape, as well as learn more about the latest project of CMB, which is Group 103 Atlanta Logistics. So to begin with the conversation, Mr. Boyle, can you name three things that make Group 103 the compelling EB-5 project to the investors today?
Yeah, that's a very good question, and it's insightful in the fact that we're looking for three key components. Number one, I will start with the track record between CMB and the developer. That's a developer that we've worked with 47 different projects, EB-5 projects. It's a relationship unlike any other really in the EB-5 space, have been successfully using EB-5 funds, creating jobs for investors, and allowing those families who have trusted CMB and with these projects with this particular developer to go through the entire process, get their green cards, get their money back. Very successful. That's number one. Secondarily, it's a project that is located in an area very familiar to many Vietnamese. Yes. Atlanta has a big Vietnamese population. And so many families that'll be watching this today or watch it a little bit later, they may be familiar with Atlanta because they've got family there. So it's very familiar territory. Third would be the fact that it's an industrial logistics facility and a very important industrial logistics hub in the Georgia area. It's in Jackson, Georgia, about 45 minutes south of Atlanta. Many folks know that Atlanta is the home of Coca-Cola, home of UPS, and lots of other Fortune 500 companies have got their home base there. So it's a good 1, 2, 3 punch. Great location, great developer and regional center, and there's a lot of family connections there in Atlanta.
Wow, that's amazing. And then when investors are evaluating the project, so what are the key factors they should prioritize during the process?
You know, again, it goes back to the capability of the developer. We are dealing with an organization that brings their projects in on time and on budget. Number one, that's critical. We do business with this organization, and we get very, very small piece of their overall picture. Most of their development does not take place in a targeted employment area, therefore it doesn't qualify for the use of EB-5 funds. So those that do, we have opportunity to work alongside with this developer and to utilize EB-5 funds in some of those projects. So number one, high quality developer brings in the projects on time and on budget, and which means that the job creation component that investors need for EB-5, I can't say the word is guaranteed, but I'll use the term, it's almost a no miss. Because of the fact that they're such a responsible organization, and this industrial logistics facility is actually already underway. The construction is already underway in the site improvement. So jobs are being created right now. And this organization knows how they identify their good high quality targets, and they hit those targets. And we get to take advantage of that for the EB-5 investors.
Those are very useful, and I couldn't agree more with you on the key factors. And then can you share us a quick update on the current development progress of the project?
Yeah, we touched on that just a little bit is the fact that the horizontal infrastructure needs to go in first before they can do any vertical construction. And that's what's underway right now. Some of the land needs to be cleared. Some of that preparation work needs to be done. Infrastructure, sewer, water, internet, those types of things that will be necessary for a business to locate there. That has to go in first, and that's the process that's underway. So that construction timeline began earlier this year, at the end of actually at the end of winter, early spring, and it'll go all the way through 2027, and so that the project will then be concluded and by the timeline be ready to occupy at the end of the 2027 year.
Okay. So last question. So for investors who are considering filing an EB-5 petition this year, so what advice would you give them in terms of project selection and application timing?
I'm going to answer that question a little bit different if you'll allow me, Mr. An. The first thing I would, beyond the project, CMB has good high quality projects. Certainly I'm tainted in the fact that I work for the company, but I firmly believe that. Secondarily, one thing that most families need to do when you're making a decision of this magnitude to utilize your funds to come to the United States to invest in the EB-5 program, you're going to need help. Mm-hmm. To take this thing on by yourself is an enormous task that most people will not be able to handle on their own. They need good guidance. I would recommend having good guidance. iCanfield, this team is extraordinary in their customer service and their customer focus. You need that guidance to take you through the process, to help you, to hold your hand a little bit, to let you know what's necessary and when it's necessary, the documents that you'll need to dig up, to interface with the legal side of things and the personal side of things. That's important. When it comes to projects, we got you. CMB, we've been at this and doing EB-5. We were authorized as a regional center dating back to 1997. We're one of the oldest, most active, and by many accounts, one of the most successful regional centers in the space. We gotcha when it comes to the EB-5 project. What you need is somebody in your camp, somebody in your corner that's going to help you and your family get through the process, to hold your hand, to demystify some of the questions that you're going to have, to be there alongside with you every step of the way. So I'm going to answer that a little bit differently than maybe you asked, but it's important that families have guidance, that they have someone that will help to take them, someone they can trust. And iCanfield offers that to their clients. You have a team here that will be with you every step of the way, and that's vital and that's important.
Thank you for your valuable insights and sharing today. So we truly appreciate your time and expertise today. Thank you again, Mr. Boyle, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here.
All right, so to our audience, thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next videos. Bye-bye.
Thank you. God bless.